Hello students, welcome to my channel Positron. Today's topic is a motion in one dimension part 2. In this topic I will cover the equations of motion. Dear students, there are many methods to prove the equations of motion. You know the three equations of motion, that is V is equal to U plus at. First one is a, second one is a what? Second one is a, that is S equal to ut plus half at square. And third one is a derivation, that is v square equal to u square plus 2as. These are the three. And there is a fourth equation also. The distance covered in tth second, that is u plus half a 2t minus 1. They are the four equations of motion. You can prove it by graph. You can prove it by differential method. So better is to use the differential method. Dear students, even when I was beginning my journey with you all, I have discussed with you all that there are the three instruments to study the physics. One is a graph, second one is a vector, and third one is that is calculus. I will not say that you should be master of that all, but at least you should know. You should have a basic knowledge of these three things, right? Graph is a very important. We will discuss the equations and we will plot the graph also one by one. Okay? Let's prove one by one. Dear students, first one is that is v is equal to u plus at. That we have to prove. Either you write acceleration is a rate of change of velocity, right? This. From this you can prove v a into t, and you bring to that side, it is v is equal to u plus at. By the differentiation, using differentiation, acceleration is a rate of change of velocity, right? Now dv is equal to a dt. Integrate both sides. Sometimes beginners ask when we should integrate, when we should differentiate. Actually, it is a dv. We have to get the velocity. Integration of dx, that's work out to be x. So if you will integrate, you will get the value of v. So I have integrated dv is equal to a dt. Dear students, when you are integrating, keep in mind it is dv, means you are integrating with respect to velocity. It is dt, it means you are integrating with respect to time. So here the limits we will apply with respect to time, and here the limit we will apply with respect to velocity. It is a dt, means let body is traveling from 0 to t time, then it is this, right? It is a dv, means with respect to velocity you have to replace the limits. Let the initial velocity is u and final velocity is v. Now ds integration dx is x, similarly integration dv is a v, and the limits are u to v, that is a is a constant. In your part of syllabus, acceleration is a constant. You always consider those bodies which move with the constant velocity. Now acceleration I have taken out. The integration of dt is t from 0 to t. V, now you integrated here with respect to v, and here you integrated with respect to t. So here you have to replace this limit with wherever there is a v. So in the v, you will replace upper limit minus. Now at position of v, replace the lower limit, that becomes u. In similar way, t is replaced by t minus, and now wherever there is a t, keep the value 0. So v minus u equal to at, or v is equal to u plus at. Dear students, in this way we have proved the first equation of motion, that is v is equal to u plus at. Now what we have to do? We have to plot these equations. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to just plot these equations. How you can plot? This V is equal to first equation of motion, that is V is equal to U plus AT. Now you have to plot. This means if you are given to plot Y is equal to mx, then it is like this. Means it represents that this is passing through the Y is equal to mx, means it is passing through the origin. Dear student, very simple method I am discussing with you all. If you, the equation of a straight line is x upon a plus y upon b is equal to 1. This is also very general equation of a straight line. Means your line is has the intercept a on the x axis and y and intercept b on y axis. The equation x upon a plus y upon b equal to 1, this is a general equation, a standard equation of a straight line. Many type you can write standard equation, ax plus by plus c is equal to 0, or this type, or y is equal to mx plus c. All those equations can be plotted very simply using this equation. What the equation is x upon a plus y upon b equal to 1. It means it is making an intercept a on x axis and b intercept on y axis, and the graph will be this. If it is this, then it is intercept is now negative x upon minus a, and on the y axis again a positive intercept, this equation. If it is like this, then it is a x upon minus a plus y upon minus b, that is equal to 1. And if it is so, then it is a x upon a plus y upon minus b equal to 1. So if you can write any equation in this form, then easily you can plot. For example, if you have to plot distance, if you have to plot y is equal to mx plus c, just learn many methods, but apply one method on which you are very much confident. Bring this y to this side and c to that side. Divide by minus c. Dear students, mx upon minus c minus y over minus c. Here should be 1. In the standard equation is x upon a plus y upon b, that is equal to 1. Right? So here should be 1. So dear students, what happens? X over minus c upon m you can write, plus it is a minus plus y upon c equal to 1. Means equation will be what? If you want to plot y is equal to mx plus c, on x axis a negative intercept and on the y axis a positive intercept of c, and this is that, right? It is c upon m and this is c. This is the equation of y is equal to mx plus c. Same trick I am applying. Same trick I am going to apply when I am going to plot these equations. Now dear student, v is equal to u plus at, we have to plot. Let, for your convenience, I am supposing u is equal to 0. Initial velocity is 0. Then v is equal to at. This equation undoubtedly will be like this. This is the equation of v is equal to at, where a is a positive, right? A is a positive. In y is equal to mx, when you plot, this is y is equal to mx. M is what? M is the slope of the graph. That is, slope is a, it is your line is, your inclined line, your particular line is making an angle theta with the x axis, then m is equal to tan theta, right? Similar way, whatever is here m, similarly here it is represented by a. Dear students, it is v is equal to at, right? Yeah, and this is the graph between v and t. At t equal to 0, velocity is 0, right? So this is satisfying. Now dear students, if you want to if you want to plot v is equal to u plus at, look here, v is equal to u plus at, or v is equal to minus at if you want to plot. V is equal to minus 80 and doubly it will be like so. V is equal to minus 80, right? V is equal to minus 80 will be like this, right? Now, dear students, look here. We have to plot V is equal to U plus 80. V is equal to 80 is like this. It is passing through the origin. V is equal to U plus 80. How will you plot? Means according to it, at t equal to 0, v is equal to u, means initial velocity is not 0, right? It is not beginning the motion from the rest. Then graph, the shape of the graph will be same, but it will pass from here. V is equal to u plus 80. Now look here, at t equal to 0, this is the velocity, and on this axis it is a time. At t equal to 0, it has this much of velocity, means it is the initial velocity. It means it is not beginning its motion from rest, right? So, in this way, you can plot v is equal to u plus 80. Dear students, if you want to plot v is equal to u minus 80, look here. It is v, and on the axis I am considering time. This is v is equal to u plus 80. Now it is a v is equal to u minus 80, right? A is negative, right? This angle is a slope you can consider, say, right? R. Yes, this is clockwise, so negative. So it is representing v is equal to u minus 80, a is negative. This is representing v is equal to u plus 80. Dear student, just by knowing the nature, means which equation, what is the standard equation of a straight line, what is the standard equation of parabola, hyperbola, and standard equation of ellipse, standard equation of circle, you can plot any graph. Now dear student, very simply, this is v is equal to u minus 80. Now, let's move. What I am doing? V is equal to minus u plus 80 you have to plot. Means, at the initial t equal to 0, body begins its motion from minus u. Minus u will be here. But a is positive, so graph will resemble like this. So, it is a v is equal to minus u plus 80. Now, dear students, if you want to plot what v is equal to minus u minus 80, how will you plot? Now, minus 80, these are the plus 80, minus 80 graph will be like this. So, it is a minus u, means it will begin its motion, graph will begin from here, and this is v is equal to minus u minus 80. So I have plotted all four equations. V is equal to u plus 80, v is equal to u minus 80, v is equal to minus u plus 80, and v is equal to minus u minus 80. This is the way you can plot the graph very simply. Now, dear student, let's move to the second equation. Second equation of motion is what? How you can, now, this is the s equal to ut plus half at square. You have to prove s equal to ut plus half at square. First equation, you proved that you apply that acceleration is a rate of change of velocity. In the similar way, here I am beginning that velocity is a rate of change of displacement ds over dt. Now, dear students, it becomes ds is equal to v dt. But you know, v is equal to u plus at. So, ds is equal to v replacing by u plus at dt. Now, dear students, make it easy. Just break this u dt plus at dt. Now, you can integrate every part. This is ds, that is a u dt plus at dt, right? Dear students, now what I have said in last topic, that it is a ds, means you are integrating with respect to displacement. Let body begins its motion from 0 and goes to the s. You have to put the limit in terms of displacement. Now it is a dt. dt means you are integrating with respect to time. Let body move from 0 to t. Here again it is a dt, you are integrating with respect to time, so the limit will be from 0 to t. Dear students, integral dx, integral x to the power n dx is equal to x to the power n plus 1 or n plus 1. Same thing I will apply. So if n is equal to 0, then x to the power 0 works out to be 1. So it is a ds, and dx is equal to n is 0, x to the power 1 over 1. So it is a x. So integral dx is x. So integral ds is s. Limits will be 0 to s. U is a constant. Means initial velocity, once you apply that ends. Once you apply the initial velocity, if body is moving with the uniform velocity, then u will be constant. Even if it is not moving with the constant velocity, then once you apply the initial velocity, that is a constant, because body is moving further with different, maybe with different velocities. So u is a constant, right? Because once it comes into picture. So integral dt is a t, dx limits 0 to t plus a t dt, here t to the power 1. So x dx is equal to n is replaced by 1, x square by 2. So it is a t square by 2 from 0 to t. I hope you will be watching whole. Yeah, that's right. Now, I was a bit suspicious that this is coming, this is appearing in camera or not. Now, dear student, s is a s minus lower limit 0. That is, you replace the t by upper limit minus lower limit plus a, replace the t by upper limit minus lower limit. So it is s equal to ut plus half at square. This is the way we proved s is equal to ut plus half at square. Dear students, how I begin? We are using the differential method. So, how we used to do that? S equal to ut plus half at square. This is the equation. Now, dear students, how will you plot this equation? Look here. Easily you can plot this. When you are going to plot this equation, s equal to ut plus half at square, right? If t equal to 0 in it, if u equal to 0, means body begins its motion from rest, then s equal to, it is actually ut plus half at square, s equal to half at square. First we will plot this s equal to half at square, then we will plot s equal to ut plus half at square, right? On the y-axis I am considering s, and on the x-axis I am considering t. Dear student, if s has a power 1 and time has a power 2, if such a equation you get that in LHS there is a power 1 or 2, and in RHS, if in LHS there is a power 1 and in RHS there is power 2, or in LHS power is 2 and in RHS power is 1, then most probably it will be parabola, right? The standard equation of parabola you can write like this. this is a y square equal to 4ax, right? If x equal to a, then y square equal to 4a square and y is equal to plus minus 2a. Means for the single value x equal to a, y has the two values. So your equation I have tested. In this way I have tested that whether my graph is right or not. This is y square equal to 4ax and this equation represents y square equal to minus 4ax. Dear student, this equation represents x square equal to 4ay and this equation represents x square equal to minus 4ay. Now, s equal to half a t square we have to plot. Dear students, look here. S is on y axis, so write it y. S is on y axis, so I'm writing, I'm replacing the s by y. Half a is write it half a. T is on x axis, so replacing this. So x square equal to 2 upon a into y. A is a constant, 2 is a constant, so 2 upon a is a constant or x square equal to ky. K is another constant. Dear student, actually you have to plot s equal to half a t square. Is this graph will be x square equal to ky, right? Whether y square equal to 4ax you consider or y square equal to kx, there is no difference. There is no difference in the shape. Might be there is change in opening, might be bigger or smaller, but you consider either y square equal to 4ax and 4a is a constant, so you can write simply y square equal to kx. So dear student, if we want to plot s equal to half a t square, so it is similar to the graph x square equal to ky. Which graph in among all these four is resembles x square equal to ky? Now watch. This is a x square equal to 4ay. This is 4a is a constant. This is x square equal to ky. Means the graph between s and t will be like this. So, dear student, I have plotted the graph s equal to half a t square. But look here. It is between displacement and time. This side of graph, time will be negative. For this side of the graph, time has a negative value, but time is never negative. So, just erase this. So, the graph for s equal to half a t square is this, right? S equal to half a t square is this. Dear students, what is important? It is not important to plot the graph only. Look here. S equal to, you plotted, again I am discussing visual, s equal to half a t square. Actual equation is a s equal to ut plus half a t square. You get half a t square when u equal to 0, right? It means in your graph, it should appear that initial velocity is 0. How will you show this? Now look here, it is between s and t. If s and t, then slope will be ds upon dt and that is a velocity. ds upon dt, slope is a velocity. Because initial velocity is 0, it means the initial slope of the graph should be 0. And initial slope of the graph will be 0. How? If it is parallel to x-axis, so the graph will be like this. It is parallel to x-axis, then it rises, right? So it is this graph clearly shows that initially at t equal to 0, graph is parallel to the x-axis, so slope is a 0, so initial velocity is 0. It is a s equal to half a t square. Dear students, if you want to plot s equal to ut plus half a t square, now what will be that? It is s, it is t, and it has initial velocity, means slope should not be 0 at t equal to 0. So yeah, now look here, here is the slope, here This is the slope of the graph, right? Slope is not 0 even at t equal to 0. So this equation represents s equal to ut plus half at square. There is just a minor difference between these two, that this graph shows that initial velocity is 0 and this graph shows that the body begins from some initial velocity, that is u here, s equal to ut plus half at square, right? This is dear student, if you, very interesting, I'm asking to you, if you want to plot s equal to ut minus half at square, what will be? If I'll say, then you will say that the graph will be like this. No, this is wrong. It will not be like this. I'm not going into deep, but I'm telling you very nice idea or nice trick to solve this kind of problem. Dear student, the parabola has a projectile equation you will study in next chapter, I think. Projectile equation has the standard equation y is equal to ax minus bx square, and this is like this. This is a y equal to ax minus bx square, where a and b are the constants. Now look here, s equal to ut minus half a square, u is a constant, half a is a constant. It means when you will plot s equal to ut minus half a square, the graph will be similar to like this, right? So you can plot s is equal to that. This is s equal to ut minus half a square, and on ordinate it is a displacement, on the abscissa it is a time, right? In this way, you can plot the graph between s and t in different conditions. Like in the first equation of motion, I have plotted the 4 graphs. You can plot it. If there is a problem regarding to my videos, do comment. I will try my best to solve. Now, dear students, let's move the third equation to us. Now, third equation is you say v square equal to u square plus 2as. This is you have to prove. This equation, what is important, in the first 2 equation there was time. In this equation there is no time at all. Again I am beginning that acceleration is a rate of change of velocity. Now dear students, you have to remove the time, you have to eradicate the time, right? Something you have to do such that time disappears from here. So what I am doing is equal to dividing and multiplying by ds, right? If ds will be cancelled, again you will get a is equal to dv upon dt. But ds upon dt is a velocity. Now you can write v dv is equal to a ds. Integrate it. Dear student, it is with respect to displacement, so limits will be with respect to displacement, means let the body has moved from 0 to s, and it is a dv. With respect to velocity, we have to keep the limits. Let the body has moved the initial velocity. With respect to velocity, we have to put the limits. So lower limit means initial velocity here, and upper limit means final velocity here. So again v dv, just I have told you x dx equal to x square by 2. You can prove it, x to the power n dx equal to x to the power n plus 1 or n plus 1. Replace n equal to 1, you will get x square by 2, that is x dx equal to x square by 2. So dear student, v dv is equal to v square by 2. Now lower limit is a u, upper limit is a v, that is a constant, ds is a s, your limits from 0 to s. Replace v by upper limit v, that is v square by 2, minus replace lower limit v by lower limit u, that is u square by 2, that is a s minus 0. So v square minus u square, multiply whole by 2, that is 2as, or v square equal to u square plus 2as. This is the third equation of motion, dear students. Very simply I have put v square is equal to u square plus 2as. Now you can plot this very simply, no problem. Again, I'm just remember the graph that I have plotted. It was y square equal to 4ax and it was x square is equal to 4ay. Dear student, we have to plot v square equal to u square plus 2as. Let u initially u equal to 0. For your convenience, I am considering that let the body is moving from rest. Then v square equal to 2as. We have to plot the graph between v and s. This is on ordinate. I have considered velocity. On the axis side is the displacement. Now v square equal to 2as. Velocity is on y-axis and displacement is on x-axis. So it is, if you write instead of v, that is y square equal to 2ax. So what I am writing? Simply displacement is on x-axis. So I am replacing s by x, and velocity is on y-axis. So replacing the velocity from y. So y square equal to 2ax. That is we have to plot. Dear student, it is this graph will be like this. So it is v square equal to 2as, right? This can be plotted like this, v square equal to 2as. And if you plot v square equal to u square plus 2as, then our graph might be, it is a v square equal to 2as. Your graph might be v square equal to u square plus 2as, v square equal to minus u square plus 2as. Like this you can plot. Dear students, let's move. The fourth equation of motion is s suffix t is equal to u plus half a 2t minus 1. This is the distance traveled in th second. What is distance traveled in th second? Let body travels in 8 seconds. This much motion from O to A. This distance it covers in 8 seconds. And in 7 seconds, it covers this much distance. Now, in 7 seconds, it has traveled from O to B. In 8 seconds, it has traveled from O to A. So, the distance covered in 8th second, that is from B, it is BA. 8th second means the distance between 7 and 8 seconds, that is BA. It means the distance covered in th second, that is s suffix t, means distance in t second minus distance covered in t minus 1 second. In t second, how much distance body will travel? Ut plus half a t square. And in t minus 1, u t minus 1 plus half a t minus 1 square. Now, dear students, what we get? Ut plus half a t square. Now, it is actually ut minus u plus half a t square plus 1 plus half a t square plus 1 minus 2t. Minus 2t, when you will multiply with that, that is a 2 will be cancelled. It is minus 80 you will be left. Now open ut plus half a t square minus ut plus u minus half a t square minus half a plus a t. Now look here, dear student, ut will be cancelled, half a t square will be cancelled, right? So you are left u plus a t minus half a. u plus what I'm doing, that you have got s is equal to, writing here, probably it might not be appearing in camera. So s equal to u plus 80 minus half a, that is a u plus half a taken out. So a is out, but it will become 2t and it is minus 1. Dear student, if you are a bit confused that how I have taken common, then multiply half a by this. Then 2 will, you can see it is 80, right? And it is a minus half a. It means no change is left when you multiply, open this equation. It means what I have done, that's right. So we have got s suffix t, that distance covered in t a second, that is equal to u plus half a 2t minus 1. I hope, dear students, I do hope that my videos are going to be beneficial to you. I'm must doing all what I can do for you. And if you think that my videos are helpful to you in your studies, then please and please, from deep and sincere of my heart, I do request that please and please like, comment, share my videos, subscribe my channel, and must put bell icon so that you can be notified about my next videos. Thank you. Meet you in next video. Bye.